Good morning. I'm Jeremy Lair with Heartthrob Exhaust. What we have here is a 2011 Dodge Challenger SRT8 6.4 liter Hemi with a 6-speed in it. We just did some recent testing on it. Factory horsepower is supposed to be 470 horsepower at 6,000 RPMs. On our rear wheel dyno, we got 424 horse at 6,100 RPMs. Take into fact that we got some transmission loss and stuff, so that calculates out pretty close to 470 at the crankshaft. What we're going to do here is pull off the factory system, install our 409 3-inch cap back stainless system with 4 flow packs. We have an H pipe in that system. The factory uses an X. We had huge number gains on the earlier models, on the 2008 models. So we're going to install this system, put it back on the dyno. Hopefully we have the same results with this one.
We're removing the stock SRT8 tips here. They'll bolt on to the existing system that Heartthrob has designed. So you can keep the factory look, even though you get the increase in horsepower and performance. The right rear exhaust assembly has to come off first. It helps to use a little lube on the rubbers and the pry bar to pry the original hangers out of the rubbers. As with most new exhaust systems, the hardest part is getting the old one out. It's a lot easier putting the new one back in. We have the left side exhaust out. As you can see, there's a ball mount on the back of the muffler. Heartthrob duplicates this exact mount so the tip will fit perfectly and will not leak. This also makes it, that particular ball joint style also allows you to adjust the tip so it fits perfectly on the car. As you can see, the muffler has at least 2 or 3 chambers in it. It's a stamped welded muffler, very typical of the 2008 Challenger, 2009 Challengers. The main difference that we see so far in the system is the front muffler assemblies. The SRT8 is using 2 straight-through resonators instead of 1 muffler assembly that both pipes flowed into on the original 2008 and 9s. As you can see, that this is basically a 2-man job as far as getting the system out. It's really heavy. It helps to have a second set of hands. This is the SRT8 system that Chrysler produces and puts on their 2011 Challengers. As you can see, they're using resonators up front now and a stamp muffler that duplicates the left-hand side back here. We're ready, got the original system off now. Next step will be to install the Heartthrob exhaust system, put it on the dyno, and see if we can get some extra gains out of it. The things that we're going to be changing on the system will be 2 main things, or actually 3 main things. Number 1, we're going to switch it from 2 3/4 inch exhaust over to 3-inch, give us a little extra flow. We're going to eliminate the X and go with an H pipe, so that when you step on the accelerator under full throttle, the exhaust comes straight back. You won't have to try to fight across each other to get out. Also, we're going to be eliminating the stock style mufflers and going with our straight through flow pack type mufflers. So hang on, we're going to do the install next and do the dyno testing after that. As you can see, we have a stock system laying out on the ground. Alongside of it is our new Heartthrob system we're going to be installing. We have the flow pack mufflers in the back acting as resonators with the ball ends that fit exactly like the original ball ends do. There's a step ball that uses the normal clamp. And then coming up front we have two larger mufflers, straight through 3-inch. The whole system here is made out of 409 stainless. They're available in aluminized steel and 304 stainless, but in this particular model we're going to use the 409. As you can see, we have an H going here that will allow it to the exhaust to cross over when you're cruising, eliminate a lot of the to equalize the back pressure from side to side and smooth out the exhaust flow. Heartthrob provides new clamps for all the joints, even though you could reuse the factory clamps, but it's just a lot easier just putting new clamps on and going with them. The neat thing about these flat band clamps here that's used from the factory, and Heartthrob also uses too, is that if you need to remove the system for any reason, it's an easy step to take. As you can see, that H pipe, the front pipes coming out of the cast are 2 3/4. Heartthrob shrinks the front of the H pipe down to 2 3/4 ID, puts the factory type style slits in the pipe so the flat band clamps can clamp down the tube without crushing the pipe. It makes it a lot easier when you go to try to remove the system at any time in the future. We have the H pipe installed. Now we're putting our two main mufflers in. We've got the again, we got the front of the muffler slit to accept the flat band clamps. The hangers will locate and mount directly into the factory rubbers up front. Next step is to install the extension pipes, or the under the axle pipes. Again, the mufflers are slid on the rear to accept the 3-inch tubing with the flat band clamps. Pipe on the rear hanger of the pipe slips right in the stock mounts. There's a ground strap from the factory that comes on the car. We highly suggest that you put it back onto the clamp. Okay.
Ready? Yeah.
Okay.
Happy?
Think so. There you go. Okay, we got the exhaust system on. Next final step on the installation is putting the stock tips back on with the Norma clamps, Norma ball joint clamps, and adjust the tips so they look just like the factory did. Okay, we got the system on. We're ready to come down and take her out for a test drive. After we test drive for sound, we're going to put her on the dyno and see what kind of job we did today. Oh yeah, now it sounds like a performance car.
Okay, well, we just installed the 409 3-inch Heartthrob system. We took it out for a test drive. Sounds great, runs good. Brought it back in, did some dyno comparisons here. We made 3 back-to-back passes, and we picked up. We ended up with 441 on the wheel dyno. We picked up 16.3 horse. This here was the last pass. It fell off just a little bit, but it was a back-to-back run. Comparative averaged about 16.3 horse on this system over stock.